This episode is brought to you by Hims. Guys, ever feel like you need a little boost in the bedroom? And this is Boner Talk. This is Boner Talk. It's time for you to stop worrying about your performance and get Hims so you can feel confident, knowing that you can get hard and stay hard.
Yeah.
Whenever you're in the mood. Boners.
Start your free online visit today at hims.com/pretend. That's HIMS.com/pretend for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/pretend. The products mentioned are chewable, compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Pretend Problems podcast. I'm Kelsey Cook.
And I'm Polly Shore.
God, of all the people in the world, for you to have been, I don't think I would have ever guessed Polly Shore. Why do we have Polly Shore on today?
I'm going to tell you something. So I think Son-in-Law is so fucking funny, that movie.
Okay, I've never seen it.
And-
Huge shock. Everybody at home, take a shot.
No way. Does someone yell in it?
The ongoing drinking game. The movies I don't know.
So I've almost missed going to shows 3 times in my life. 2 of them was because I went down a Mike Tyson knockout rabbit hole. So good. And then I was like, oh, fuck, the feature's on. And I had to get to the club. So, and then the other one, I almost stayed and watched Son-in-Law, like on TBS with commercials.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is about that. She's so fucking lovable on that movie.
How old is that?
I don't know. Old.
Yeah.
Late 90s maybe.
Okay.
But Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in it.
Oh, sure. All right.
From Saved by the Bell. Mm-hmm. And some other, but I think it's fantastic.
Well.
Yeah.
What made you think of that just now?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, it is, I mean, who knew when we started this podcast that that's something you were going to start doing? But it is always fun for me because I have no idea what you're ever going to say.
That movie is, in my opinion, it's just like, it's a real feel-good movie, right? If you're a movie buff, you're going to go, what the fuck is Chad talking about?
Yeah.
It didn't win any awards, but I think it's just a feel-good movie. And the dad in it is pretty slick. Like, I like him. Yeah. He goes from hard ass to all of a sudden, all right.
Yeah.
I'll give this a try. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, speaking of son-in-law, we have a good email later from that woman who wrote in about wedding planning, about stuff with her mother-in-law. That sounds like, woo-wee. Makes me very grateful.
I can't wait. What else makes you grateful today?
That I'm alive and breathing because I almost killed myself. I almost straight, as Chad said, kilt. Chad likes to say kilt. And It makes me laugh a lot. Killed myself today from eating too fast and then swallowing vitamins wrong and then trying to fix the problem with more food. I almost just killed myself being the stupidest person that's ever lived.
Yeah. I'm also glad you're alive for so many reasons. But also another one is people be like, there's no fucking way this is how she died. Be like, I was gone. I was grocery shopping. I'd be like, kill her before you left. It would have been a whole mess. So I'm glad you're alive for so many reasons. They're endless.
I need to take a quick detour for a sec and say one of the reasons that they thought maybe you could have killed me is through deep tissue massage, because last night on the couch, but no, listen, you did preface like, all right, you want me to really get in there? Because I got some sort of weird neck cramp yesterday.
And when she gets a neck cramp, I'd like to hop in now. Let's tag team the stories. Let's tag team the stories. When she gets a neck cramp, it's not like, oh, I have a neck cramp. Could you rub this spot on my neck? It is this for 2 hours. Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh. Just waiting for me to go, Hark, is there something the matter that I could help with? I am always willing to. I don't think you've ever asked me to do something that I haven't done.
I know, but I don't want to have to ask.
I know, because you like this romantic bullshit where it's like I come in with a cape over part of my face and like, may I help you? So anyway, I knew her neck hurt because I had been hearing about it for a while, but I knew it hurt badly because you do also have a fairly decent pain threshold. Mm-hmm. So what do you mean? What are you laughing at now?
Because you used to tell me that you didn't think I had that.
Well, yeah, we worked through that.
Oh, okay, good.
I think I didn't think you had a because you told me you had a high pain threshold.
Yeah.
And then one time, Poe dropped like a rubber ball and it hit your shin and you were like, so I was like, high pain threshold? What the fuck is this about? What's that ball made of? And I felt it and I'm like, what's happening right now? But it's not a ball.
Yeah.
It looks like a snowman. So it bounces weirdly.
Fucking heavy and
yeah,
hard.
and it is very heavy.
He
Yeah.
threw it with his face. Anyway, I didn't walk around for 2 hours going,
I know, it was mostly in the same spot. Look at her.
So dumb. I was going, my neck, I've got a really bad neck cramp. And it was because I came hard.
Well,
I don't know if we should take that out. But I think it's funny that like I'm getting to an age where I can like just injure myself from an orgasm, but like not anywhere near that area. Just I was like, my neck. And I had a Charlie horse thing in my neck all day. Mm-hmm. Anyway, okay.
We're not taking that out.
Oh, my
There's no way.
Listens. I'm sorry. You listen at your own risk. So everybody, it's like the children's book, Everybody Poops. There's also an adult book called Everybody Comes, and then comma, hopefully. Anyway, okay. So I was saying, oh, my neck hurts. And so I'm not just like I'm telling you what's going on. But I also, sometimes I don't like to ask for favors because it makes me feel like a burden.
That's true.
It's much nicer if you were to just go, oh, here, let me rub your neck for a little bit. Because anytime you go, shoot, I got this. You do the exact same thing with me. The exact same thing. You go,
I know, but I never let you rub it.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I guess I do sometimes.
You go, I got this weird cramp. I'm like, let me get in there and help and massage it.
That is true. And so you and I actually talked about this last night.
Yeah.
Because when you kept doing, you were like, kept doing, we were watching TV, we were watching the football game. And I go, can I tell you something? I would prefer if instead of, if you just said, my neck hurts, I would really love you to get in there.
Yeah.
But then you explained to me that you would rather that I said, you know what? Why don't you come on over here, little lady, and let me get these paws on you.
Come on over Santa's lap.
Yeah. And so, and the way you described it to me, it made sense to me. It made sense why you would want that versus the other thing. Yeah. And so I said, well, look at us talking like adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
Okay. So Chad goes, all right. So you want me to like really push on it, right? And I was like, yep, go for it. Because up until now in my life, the massages I've gotten from people are like, I think I have an idea of what deep tissue is when you go to a spa or whatever. Because you had found, so I have, it's like one of my ribs actually is higher than it's supposed to be. And so it feels sometimes like a knot, but it's actually bone. But I think there are knots around it. But
are you saying your rib is in your neck?
Back here, that your ribs go all the way up here.
I don't think mine do.
Well, I didn't know this until I went to a chiropractor and I had x-rays done.
Whoa.
Because I was like, that's partly why I went. I was like, I can't get rid of this knot. I've had acupuncturists like...
What species are you?
Jamming.
Why are your ribs in your neck?
I don't know.
What species are you?
I don't know. Everybody look up skeletons right now online and look. But I was like, I can't get rid of this knot. It's like, we've been doing all this stuff and it won't go away. And they did x-rays and they're like, yeah, that's a rib. It's too high up. Yeah, because it's giving me all these problems. It's not good.
Chiropractor was in a strip mall, yeah?
Kind of.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good chiropractor. I got to see the x-ray.
Yeah, that he drew?
Crayons.
Yeah.
There's like the sun in the corner. Sun in the corner with sunglasses. The birds under the V's. And then my back.
Oh my God.
Christ. Anyway, so you felt that and you go, whoa, I think this is it. And I was like, well, it's actually a rib, but I do think there are knots around it. You go, all right, you okay if I get in there? And I say, yeah, go for it. And
I'm going to pause you again. I'm going to jump in. When we go get massages together, the people use their elbow on her. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, hey, can you just graze your fingernails over the hair on my back? I'm not a hairy person, just little tiny follicles. Just that's what I like. And so anytime somebody even uses their thumbs, I'm like, what? Fucking murder. Why are you murdering me? And so I thought I could really give her bud. I thought I could do my burst.
Oh my God. And that's the moment I realized that you could kill me with your bare hands. It was like
that's the moment? What the fuck?
With a massage, you could kill me with your bare hands.
That's embarrassing. It's been 2 years. You didn't know I could kill you with my bare hands before this?
I did know. I assumed
oh
you
my
could.
God. Unbelievable.
Just brute strength. But you pushed and it wasn't like, I feel like usually massage therapists will they'll find a knot and maybe they will apply pressure, but it's like kind of a gradual. You went 0 to 100 to the point that my body went into fight, flight, freeze, and I went.
Yeah, you did make a noise that made me immediately lift my thumb off your body.
Yeah, I almost felt the life leave my body. I mean, it was such a scary thing.
Tell me again about tending to rabbits, George.
Yeah, for a moment I was like, oh God. Because we know not to use a Theragun on your the base of your.
Almost fucking Lenny'd you.
Yeah, I was scared.
What if you just went limp in my lap? Then I just have to carry you out to the swamp.
Oh my God. It really freaked me out. I started laughing really hard afterward because it was, I think, adrenaline coming up. Mm-hmm. And then I almost started crying. I stopped myself from crying because I was so freaked out. It just
send the police.
It took my breath.
I'm a monster.
You're not I told you, I was like, yeah, go for it. I just didn't know you could push that hard. It was, I felt like you were standing on top of me, doing a one thumb handstand, and all of your weight was crushing down on that one part of my back. It was scared me.
I wasn't even pushing hard.
I wasn't even pushing hard, bro.
Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and massage your shoulder and then hit the gym again.
Oh, yeah, it scared me. So now we know.
Yeah.
That you're the strongest man alive.
Now, I could kill you with my bare hands if I used my hands to hand you a bunch of vitamins.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I've almost died twice in the last 24 hours is what we've learned.
I didn't almost kill you. That's horrible to say.
Okay.
Could I have? Yeah, we established that.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Keep the compliments coming, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Christ. Anyway. Okay, so then today, Chad goes to the grocery store and I made myself some breakfast and I had a bagel and egg sandwich. And, as you guys listen to this, Chad and I have actually come back from Europe at this point, but we're pre-recording this episode. In real life, right now as we're recording, we're leaving for the airport in a few hours. Yeah. So today we're just we're moving and shaking. We've got a million things to do. I usually eat my food very slowly, and maybe it's just because I was trying to get things done today, I ate my bagel sandwich kind of fast, and I could feel one of the bites get a little stuck weird here.
Yeah, and I can confirm. She chews a potato chip over 4,000 times. One potato chip.
Yes. And so
I have a question. Yeah. Is this coming off too complainy? I'm trying to be fun and stuff. And is it coming off too complaining?
Not at all. I didn't think that at all.
Okay, great. I just, my mom recently, she was here and she asked that too. She goes, am I being too negative?
Yeah, no.
So I think I'm just asking the same question. I'm just trying to be loosey-goosey.
No, not at all. I felt like last episode I was a little complainy, but it was, I wasn't actually upset or down or about anything, but we were just talking about the guy farting on the plane, the smelly guy at the football game.
Yeah.
The parking garage situation. It was more just here are some things that have happened in the past week that are of note.
Do you want to know the smartest move for a person that thinks they're too complainy? Do a podcast with me. You'll look like a ray of fucking sunshine every single episode.
You're not too complaining. I
Well,
swear.
I just want to make sure I wasn't like coming over the top with this.
No, I didn't think that at all.
Great.
Okay. So
You think I'm throwing my Europe trip down the shitter because I'm complaining about potato chips? You got another thing coming, listener.
Okay, so I had this bite of the bagel and egg sandwich, and it got caught a little weird, but I thought it had passed, whatever. Then I started to take my vitamins, and I'm one of these people, I'm sure no shock to you guys, that takes approximately 10 to 15 vitamins every morning.
Oh, I thought you were going to say every minute.
Anyway, I take a bunch of supplements.
It's a lot of energy.
Supplements and vitamins and all the sorts of good things, whatever. And some of them are, pretty big. They're like horse pills, right? But because I have to take so many, I don't want to take them one at a time and have to swallow like 15 gulps of water. It just seems excessive.
Yeah, I mean,
so
living is dumb.
So I will often try to take maybe 3-4 at a time. And today I did that. And I don't know if it was just the vitamins or in combo with that bite before, but they got stuck in my throat. And I'm sure everybody's experienced this where it's like you can feel it and you're swallowing and it's just not moving. And so I thought, well, I'm going to eat something and it will push, like the food will push it down my throat. What I went with, I mean, it's just, God, I look back and I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? I mean, okay, so I went with a handful of walnuts. What? No, that's not a good thing to try to move vitamins that are lodged in your esophagus or whatever, wherever it is, because it just turned into this like gluey paste that then sat on top of the vitamins. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, I can't breathe. It kept doing this weird wave that I was trying to describe to you where it would like almost get to the point where I couldn't breathe at all. And then it would a couple seconds later kind of go down a little bit. And then I couldn't breathe at all and it couldn't go down. And so I started like flop sweating. I got on my hands and knees on the kitchen floor. I was like kind of like gagging and like spitting up. I had to like clean the kitchen. It was this whole, I didn't know what to do. I was close to calling you. I was kind of getting close to calling 911 because I didn't know if you would get there soon enough. Yeah. But I was like, oh, people die like this. Like people choke to death.
Yeah, it reminds me of the second swallow when you're playing the Ritz cracker whistle game. When you have to put in 8 crackers. Mm-hmm. It's the first one you still have enough moisture. Mm-hmm. It's the second swallow that scares the shit out of you. Most dangerous swallow known to man, other than a Magic Johnson blowjob in 96. It's fine now. But in 96, that was a dangerous swallow.
Lethal.
So,
holy fuck.
So you can see when people play that Ritz cracker whistle game.
Yeah.
You can see the second swallow, people get that fear in their eye.
Well,
so it makes total sense to me.
Yeah. Before I was like on the kitchen floor, I was like kind of walking around and just grabbing door frames, and Poe was getting freaked out watching me because I just... my body started to really freak out, and I was really lightheaded for a while afterward because I was like cutting off the oxygen, and it was scary. It finally, I tried having some water, and that also started to just come right back out because it was like hitting almost like the dam of blockage and just wanted to come back out, but it finally did after a few minutes moved down. But that's the closest I've come to like truly choking, I think.
Yeah. And hi, Dad here. If you ever experience that, if you're listening, a mouth full of water, I'm talking chipmunk cheeks, puffed out, full of water, swallow it all at once. Mm-hmm. It forces everything to expand, and then it gets your vitamins going in a single file line.
Yeah. I will try that next time. Hopefully there isn't a next time, but
because now you're going to take vitamins.
Only 3.
Okay.
One at a time. I don't care if it takes 10 whole minutes. Can't do that again. So it's like, I know everybody, well, I can't speak for everybody, but it's easy to take life for granted. Just like on a regular day, you just kind of assume, oh yeah, it's just gonna be a regular day. And then you almost are dumb enough to kill yourself with walnuts.
Yeah. And when I got home, you were pretty distraught.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked you, what's the etiquette? Do I still go to Europe?
No. I said, I was choking thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die right before we go to Europe. And you said, if you did die, what's the etiquette? Do I still go to Europe?
That's right. I forgot because I was actually concerned.
I know. You were very sweet. Okay. Do you have a middle segment? I don't have a middle segment.
I never have a middle segment.
I know.
You kidding me?
Okay. I hope that we're having, well, like I said, I guess we're back from Europe by the time this actually comes out. But God, I hope we had a great time in Europe.
Oh, I promise we did.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even understand what you just said right now.
It's confusing. It's a weird time travel with us banking episodes.
Yeah.
And talking about our real time life.
I promise you we did.
This episode is brought to you by Hims. Your sex life is important, but your schedule is so busy, I'm sure. You don't have the time to go to a doctor's office to get treated for ED. But through Hims, you can get a personalized ED treatment without stepping foot outside your door.
That's a boner sound.
Yes.
The
The process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable, weird doctor's visits. As a lady, I haven't had to do that, but I would imagine it's kind of a weird time.
As a guy, I haven't yet either, but I would imagine it's coming soon. Swing.
But that's what is so great about Hims. Just answer a series of questions on their site and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships directly to you in discreet packaging for free.
Hims is changing men's healthcare by providing you with access to affordable sexual health treatments for boners from the comfort of your couch. If you want a boner on your couch.
Hashtag couch boner.
Boom! Start your free online visit today at hims.com/pretend. That's HIMS.com/pretend for your personalized ED treatment options. hims.com/pretend. The products mentioned are chewable, compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Yes. Now back to the show. Okay, guys. Well, in that case, I think we're just going to go ahead and get right into questions because one of them I think we'll want to talk about for a little bit.
Okay.
That's pretty funny. As always, it's pretendproblemspodcast@gmail.com if you want to write in. And okay, I guess that's it.
Okay, I do have a middle segment.
Oh, great.
And I'm only doing this because you mentioned the time travel, because the next episode will be in 15 days or 16 days, and 14 days, I guess. Mm-hmm. And we will be back. We will know the answer to this then, and we can tell people.
Yeah.
What do you think your favorite thing about this trip is going to be? What are you seeing? What?
Oh, I think the Harry Potter tour.
Okay.
Yeah. The way people who have gone describe it, where they just sob the whole time because it's so amazing to actually go to those sound stages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm looking forward to, and this is probably going to be a little lame, but I'm looking forward to dipping a chocolate croissant into an Americano in the morning.
Oh my God.
And just in the home of the croissant.
That's your number one thing you're most looking forward to?
I think so.
On our little balcony?
Yeah.
We got a hotel room with a balcony in Paris. I'm so excited. It's going to be so fun. We did all this research last night. We looked at the best croissants in Paris, the best baguettes in Paris.
She did.
I looked up the best croissants in Paris, the best baguettes in Paris.
I was watching football. I had a couple bets going.
Yeah. Okay. So this is titled More Wedding Problems. as I alluded to.
Ooh, more
earlier.
wedding, more problems.
More wedding, more problems. Hello once again, Chad and Kelsey. I wrote in a few weeks ago asking for tips for a budget-friendly wedding. Planning has been going very well, and we have our date, venue, photographer, and wedding party in place. Whoop,
Nice.
whoop.
Congrats.
As it turns out, though, we have a bigger problem. It's the dreaded mother-in-law. Well, mother-in-law-to-be, but still. She's a lovely person overall, and I'm excited to be in the family. She's very type A, though, and can be rather intense. Here are a few examples of things she has said to me and my fiance since starting our wedding planning. Number 1, when we were still throwing around venue ideas, at one point we suggested renting out one of our favorite restaurants, and her blunt response was, "No, that would be awful." Number 2, she recently said out of nowhere, each parent gets one veto on a wedding decision. I wonder what mine will be. Like, girl, what? Yeah, that is just wild. Number 3, she has already decided that the plates our caterer provides won't be good enough, and she wants to buy other plates. Who cares about the plates? In all caps.
Yeah.
And then number 4, we initially wanted to keep our guest list small, under 100 people, and she added 19 people to it. For comparison, my parents added one person, and it was someone I meant to add, but just forgot to put on the physical list. This woman has got opinions, and she makes them known. It has been wildly stressful, but I'm also afraid to really talk back to her about it because I don't want to start our mother-daughter-in-law relationship off on a bad foot. Any ideas for how to deal with the situation? Oh, by the way, she and her husband are paying for a large part of the wedding, so we did allow the guest list additions. But other than that, their money does not give them decision-making power. Thanks so much. I apologize for the long email. Grace, you can use my name, Grace. It's not even a long email. You're okay.
True.
Okay. How would you handle this?
I'm a big fan of, hey, did you have a wedding? Oh, you did? Well, you should have done that then. Right? It's your wedding.
Yeah.
They don't get to be a part of it. If they're paying for it and they think, the fact that she thinks she gets one veto because she's paying, I mean, I guess I don't know, but
yeah, where did that
the
come
addition
from?
of the people is already the veto because you had a number and they vetoed that number and added 19 people.
Yeah.
So that's the veto. Let them have it if they're paying for a big portion of it. I understand not wanting to rock the boat, but you need to understand if she has hand on all the wedding decisions, you're in deep shit for a long time because now she has the power and she thinks you're not going to push back on anything. And I'm not saying you need to be a twat. I'm just saying, I really do think, hey, did you have a wedding? Oh, you did? Well, you should have done that stuff when you got married.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds shitty, but it does kind of make people go, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not my wedding.
And then if she said, well, my mother-in-law had us do all this stuff for my wedding, and then you go, well, buck stops here, lady.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is kind of like, where did these ideas of hers come from? Of like, each parent gets one veto. Is like, is that what happened to her at her wedding? Is she... Like, I don't totally get where that's coming from. I'm really curious how your fiance feels about this because that's his mom. And so I'm wondering, too, if you are being as open with your fiance as you are with us about, like, how much this shit is stressing you out. And if you are, able to be that open with him, if he can be a little bit of the person going to his mom and being like, hey, what the fuck is this? Like, no.
I'd also withhold grandchildren. I'd look her right in the face and be like, you know what I'm vetoing? A grandchild. Take that brooch off. It looks stupid. This lady sounds like someone who wears a brooch.
1000%. Yeah, I think if parents are willing to help pay, I think that's such a generous, kind thing, but it is like, it's a gift. Yeah. It's a gift, and I don't think that you get to go, okay, I'm giving you this gift, and here's how you have to use the gift, because then that's not a gift anymore.
I would also maybe consider like saying, hey, we don't need your money. We'll chop the 19 people. We'll do it how we want, because I promise you she is going to back down from that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Because that's really that's probably last ditch effort.
Yeah.
That's where you go, well, if I don't stand up for myself now, then I'm not gonna. Like, this is your night. It's supposed to be so much fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would push against it because I worry it's going to set a precedent.
Yeah, and as much as you're saying you don't want to start your relationship with her off on a bad foot, I think you not saying anything is also going to start it off on a bad foot for you. Mm-hmm. And so it
is very easy for us to sit here and tell you to do these things.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
I'm like, you should say this. It would be so funny. And then your heart's going to be fucking 200 beats per minute when you're saying it.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
But also, if you can come up with my real answer, my total answer is you can't let her set this precedent, because then she is going to think she gets a decision in everything.
Yeah, I could not agree more. So keep us posted. This is like a fun update thread with this wedding stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I alluded to this in maybe one of our Patreons that somebody wrote in about something I said about Abraham Hicks. So this is titled, "Oh No," in all caps. They said, "I hope it's a different person, but Abraham Hicks is one of the wackadoodles that Dan Cummins has covered on his Patreon podcast." She basically thinks that you can just wish your way into thinking things to appear. Dan even has a button with her saying, "Do you believe in buttons? Do you believe in castles? Do you believe in button castles?"
Of course he does. Oh, that's so funny.
Love you both. Hoping to see Chad in Denver in November and hoping to see you both again at Bad Magic Summer Camp next year. P.S. You can use my name, Tommy. Oh, Tommy. This is just... this really rocked my world. I was like, no. Because... Okay. So if you... you might already know what we're talking about, but if you don't, a few episodes ago, I said that I had been listening to some tapes, some like YouTube videos, whatever, not tapes. What the fucking decade is it? What am I talking about? Anyway, and that one of them was like a going to sleep one, and it was just like a gratitude thing, and Chad was kind of joking about it and and saying like, okay, you know.
If you're listening from Columbus, Ohio, and you were at the shows, you have a...
Oh, no.
Oh,
did
yes.
you write a joke about this?
Oh, yes. And Madison, I think. I did it in both places. Sorry, Tampa. Sorry, Spokane. But this is a new hour.
What did you say?
I'm not going to say it on here.
Will you tell me after?
Come to a show. Be surprised. Sure.
Oh, my God. You didn't tell me you wrote something about this.
I wrote a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff.
Okay. Here's how I feel about the Abraham Hicks stuff. And it's similar to how I feel about like feng shui and just a lot of self-help things, is that I think they can be taken to a very extreme place, but you don't have to go to that extreme place to like appreciate what's being said. So feng shui, it's like the idea that how you arrange your living space is going to be a reflection in your life. Do I think necessarily that like the directional chi in one room, and if you move your couch like this and this, that it's going to affect everything in your life? No. I do think if you live in a complete shithole with like clutter everywhere and like an overflowing dirty litter box and like dirty pizza boxes, and just, I don't think you're going to feel awesome. And then you might not feel as motivated to like do the best you can do that day.
Sure.
Yeah.
So do you think anyone has ever used feng shui, like a quote from it, to get a picture brought to a different room because they don't like it? Do you think that's ever happened in the history of feng shui?
So Abraham Hicks, and you have this picture, and I've come to, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, that for you, that piece of art has meaning to you.
It has a ton of meaning. I even tattooed it on my arm.
Yes. Like different art, I think, because I don't have that background with the picture that you have. Mm-hmm. when I look at that picture, it looks so like tumultuous to me.
Well, it is. So the idea behind it is there is a rabbit in a boat, and it's a storm. Mm-hmm. Waves are crashing over this boat, but the rabbit remains calm because you can't calm the storm, but you can calm yourself and wait for the storm to pass.
Yeah.
And that has kind of helped me not be such a spazoid over the years. And so my sister got it for me for my 40th. She had it commissioned. And I just love it. I love it so much. It means a ton to me.
Yeah.
And does it look dark and crazy? Yeah, but that's the point of it.
Yeah.
What if I put a white frame around it?
Yeah.
Lighten it up a little bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. This is called putting someone on the spot to get your art back where it belongs.
It's, living with your partner, it's like you have to decorate together and go, okay, like, what do you think of this?
It's a give and take.
It's a give and take.
And take.
Excuse
I'm not saying that for you. I was just saying, like, it's better to take. It's better. Except around Christmas.
I feel like we have done a good job. Like, you owned a home before me.
Yeah.
So you had like way more things, way more art pieces, way more just furniture and stuff, which I have been very fortunate to like get to enjoy also. But yeah, you've had like more things.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Well, I've had 2 more years as an adult to accumulate some things. Why are you laughing?
Are you happy? Okay. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I think if you go to YouTube right now and you type in Abraham Hicks, I don't know exactly what will pop up, but a lot of the videos, it's like The Secret sort of thing. It's just trying to like manifest the good things you want. Sure. And one of the things that she said that I really like is like a mantra to tell yourself in the day is there's nothing more important than that I feel good. Like that the thing that you should make sure is like good to go every day is that you feel good. Like if you physically feel like shit, if you emotionally, mentally feel like shit, it's going to be hard for any other part of your life to feel good. So
never been there. I don't know. Oh my God.
And I don't know. I think that's like a fine idea. I don't think that's like wackadoodle, right? Just to be like, oh yeah, like make your health a priority. Make your physical health and your mental health a priority.
Sure.
So I don't know. I like that. And she's pretty big on like your thoughts being contagious, or maybe not contagious, but if you are thinking really negatively over and over, it's very easy for that to be your lens and like everything in your life to then be viewed in that way. So it's like you can always find what's going wrong, but you can also always find what's going right. And it's like that's part of feeling good is if you can notice the things that are going right, you'll probably feel better.
Yeah, we talk about gratitude journal sometimes. And if you have to write 3 things down at the end of the day that you are grateful for, you are going to have to look for them throughout the day.
Yeah.
And so that it changes your lens to look for those things.
Yeah.
Versus, oh, hey, bird.
Yeah. Yeah, we just talked about it on one of our Patreons that we started doing a thing where in the morning we'll try to remember to ask each other, like, what are 3 things you're grateful for? And what are 3 things that would make today great? And then at the end of the day, we ask each other, what were 3 highlights of your day and what's something you learned today?
Yeah.
So like, for instance, today, the thing I learned is that you shouldn't eat a giant handful of walnuts to try to get your vitamins to go down your throat because you'll almost die.
Yeah. When something's stuck in your throat, cement is not going to get it down to the stomach.
Nut paste.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, but if you watch more of the Abraham Hicks videos, like she does like conferences, right? And so she'll bring people on stage and talk to them. And she has kind of a way of speaking sometimes where she'll repeat stuff over and over. And you can like, sure, you can get a little whiff of Colt on her. There's a little bit of like, yeah, there's something's maybe a little, but that's what I'm saying is I don't think you need to go down that road though to enjoy some of the videos that are just trying to make you feel good.
And I believe that a person could probably do all that shit without the videos.
True.
That's my thing. Because if you're camping, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got to figure out how to do it by yourself, not with this push and play. But that's the old man. There's probably a lot of people rolling their eyes like, easier said when you didn't grow up with a phone and you've had practice.
Yeah, I think also if you're kind of in a tough spot mentally, sometimes it's nice to have something like that to like course correct a little bit and get yourself thinking in a more positive way. And then maybe you don't need to keep watching the videos, but just, I don't know. I like the ones that don't feel culty, but...
Sure.
Do you believe in buttons? Do you believe in castles? Do you believe in button castles? God.
That's so funny. I believe in buttons. I believe in castles. I must believe in button castles. Where do I send my money?
Yeah, sometimes she talks about things in very black and white terms, and that sometimes is hard for me to get on board with. Like she can be very...
What about Mexican people? What about Asian people? What about Indian people?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, let's
exactly,
include everybody.
Exactly. 100%.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, there's definitely still a cynic in me sometimes, but yep, that is in fact who we're talking about. He's like, I hope it's a different person. That's not. It's sure not. Okay, let's read a nice, fun, light email. It says,
I might go as her for Halloween.
Oh my God.
And just really bug the shit out of people in Paris.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Please be grateful for something.
We didn't talk about if we're gonna wear costumes. We get to Paris on Halloween.
Oh yeah.
We're not. Are we packing costumes? What are we gonna be? What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Oh, I love Halloween.
Me too.
Usually we do something.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay, we have to think about it. Okay. Pretend problems are greater than real ones is what this is titled. Hey guys, avid listener of PPP and MOS, middle of summer, if you don't know.
Thank you.
And I've been thinking of writing in for a little while now, but I think hearing you root for the Celtics by proxy of hating Dallas for stealing the North Stars finally prompted me to get it done. This one's a little old, by the way. I found it in my open tabs. I've been a fan of Chad's for years, had the chance to see him in Boston twice, even had a friend draw the characters Chad and Cy came up with on Grey's Anatomy, Dr. McFlabby.
Oh yeah, I remember you brought that to the club. I have laughs. I remember you brought that. Yeah, I still have that. That's in my office.
And have Thai peanut butter and jelly wings on deck for him next time he's in town.
Damn. I like them.
Kelsey, I have to tell you, when The Hustler came out, I was at a really low point in my life, but I can honestly say that watching it the day it came out made me laugh for the first time in what felt like an eternity, and that memory still sticks out, so I just wanted to thank you. Thanks for telling me. That makes me really happy. Thank you. Well, I really wish I had an issue to discuss, like having a willing participant in the newest Summer Olympic game of taint tickling. Or maybe one about the tartness of a hot shower leak. I just wanted to write in, let you both know I love your interactions and really enjoy the weekly episodes. My personality is on par with Chad's. There are so many people who write in and they're like, Chad's my spirit animal. I'm a Chad. Nobody's ever me.
Yeah, I think it's because no one that's you feels the need to be like, there's more of us. We're not the only crazies. They have to write in and be like, just so you know, I have absolutely witnessed another person that acts as nuts as I do.
Yeah, the people that are like me are too busy like rubbing crystals and fucking whatever. My personality is on par with Chad, so I probably laugh more than most when Kelsey sighs or holds her inhale in that extra second because I know that's mission accomplished. Is it? Is it mission accomplished for who? Keep up the great work, not only on this show, but on the rest of your work, as I can't wait until the next opportunity to see you both. You can use my name if you'd like, and just for reference, I'm attaching a picture of those Thai PB&J wings. Kelsey, you're more than welcome to a batch when you're in Providence, now that you can have peanut butter. Just say the word. Here's to pretend problems never becoming real ones. Paul.
Oh,
Thank you. Ooh, those wings
Jesus, Paul.
Fucking yummy.
And I think that you offered those to me when I was at the Wilbur and I was in and out, and so I couldn't have them.
Yeah.
But the next time I am in Boston, I will make sure that I am there for a little bit longer, and I can do that.
Yeah. So, and if you're still in Boston, I'm doing the Wilbur in February. I'm so excited.
Truth.
And still Providence this weekend. Oh my gosh, we forgot to do dates. Let me just say real quick. Guys, I'm performing in Providence this weekend at Comedy Connection. I'm super excited. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm in Dania Beach. And then in December, I'm in San Antonio and Austin. KelseyCook.com for tickets.
I'm going to be in Denver this weekend and then an off weekend. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to be in San Francisco on the 20th. And Sacramento the 21st to the 23rd. Then I will be in Salt Lake City, and then I will be in Las Vegas. And then it's Christmas time, for me anyways. And then it's New Year's, and I think that's for everybody. And then, new poster out. So go to That Chad Daniels on Instagram and check out some more dates.
It looks so good.
That's
turned
nice.
out so cool.
Thanks.
So yep, we got all of our dates up on our websites, and we've got our 3 dates together. April 10th, 11th, 12th. April 10th is my birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to Long Island, Montclair, New Jersey, and Philly. So if you're in that area or want to travel, come see us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to do one more. This is titled You've Got Mail. Hey guys, and this is an update to the guy who wasn't loving going out with his wife when she wanted to do karaoke at the bar all the time. You remember?
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys, I wanted to write in again with an update, but also wanted to mention some unrelated things. First of all, Kelsey, I was scrolling through the schedule for the Comedy Connection this weekend, guys, and saw you will be performing there and thought that's cool. I saw Dan Cummins there just before he stepped down from stand-up to concentrate on podcasting. We're talking about Dan so much this episode.
I know. Love it.
But anyway, I found it pretty funny that the comedian under you in the schedule is posing very similar to you. You both have your right hand behind your head, your elbow points forward, and his is pointing out to the side. I don't know who that is, but I'll have to look it up. That's funny. Another thing I wanted to bring up was a little while back, you guys were talking about peanut butter alternatives. When my daughter's daycare stopped allowing peanut butter, we started getting Biscoff cookie butter, and she loved it. I recently accidentally bought Crunchy, and it's even better. I highly recommend trying it.
Does the Crunchy have little broken up pieces of Biscoff cookies? What the fuck? I bet it does.
I bet it does. That sounds amazing.
Oh, man, that's great. I used to always get those from Delta, bring them home, and Isaac would almost be like waiting at the door for them.
Oh.
He loved them so much. Damn.
Oh my gosh.
All right, that's good to know.
I highly recommend trying it. And if you put in the promo code Pretend Problems, you too can pay full price since that's not a thing. You guys are so funny.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, good little community here.
Yeah. Anyway, to the main part of the message, I was surprised to hear my message read on the podcast. I was a bit nervous at first, thinking I may have painted a poor picture of my wife in the description, but clearly that wasn't true. Hearing you guys basically say I needed to step up encouraged me to start reaching out to my friends to do stuff with them more. I'm not trying to tag along with my wife's karaoke nights as much either. One thing I wanted to point out to Chad, though, he mentioned that there's more things to do at the bar than drink. Karaoke is basically the draw to the main bar my wife goes to. Being the social person, that appeals more to her than me. As far as me going up to sing, I have done it twice. Both times was to the song Tequila by the Champs. Yes, that song has 3 lyrics. And yes, both times were a duet. Not everything has been sunshine and rainbows, but I'm staying optimistic. I wanted to thank you for your advice. It may seem small to you, but it was big to me. I hope this podcast continues to grow and do well so you guys will have a reason to keep doing it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
What a nice email. I really liked the emails this time, even though poor Esther. Well, I guess she goes by Abraham Hicks, but whatever. Should we go to Europe?
Let's go to Europe.
Tequila. Did I come in too soon?
I don't know. I don't know where we were.
Not alcoholic Guinness, because we can drink. All right, guys. We will talk to you super soon. If you want more bonus episodes, if you want more content, patreon.com/pretendproblems.
And if you've seen the Eiffel Tower hit the ground, it's because chocolate croissants suck. And I got real crabby.
Bye.